All right, 93.9 WABY this Sunday night, September 15th. I'm very happy to be here with That Fuzzing Rock Show. And we're going to present Sevendust coming to Empire Live Sunday night. It's a low ticket alert. Get your tickets now. And after a little pushing buttons and dialing up on the AOL, whatever we were doing, we're finally here with Lajon Witherspoon, too. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks for taking the time to make this work. And I guess we could start off because before we started talking about hot dogs. So you're a hot dog. My wife is going to be extremely happy about that. She's a Sevendust fan, and all she ever wants to eat is hot dogs. So tell me about it.
Well, I have to tell you. So first off, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I love you guys and
Absolutely.
what you do, and your platform is incredible. Thank you for supporting and making this movement continue. The hot dog. I'm a hot dog king. I have a hot dog maker machine at home. But let me tell you the story. The last time I was in Albany, you have to make sure I'm right. It's kind of foggy, but we stayed right down the street from that. I kind of remember it looking like we never played that arena, but it looks like an egg or something. What is that called?
That's called the egg.
That's the egg.
Okay.
Yep.
So listen, it gets crazier. So I walked past the egg by myself, and I walked down the hill from the egg, and at the bottom of the hill, there's a little bitty bar, tiny place right beside it. I met the owner of a place that sold mead. So anyway, this bar, when I went in, so cool. Maybe three people there, some regulars. Everybody was nice, but the thing that struck me was the three different types of chili that they had. And I took them to go, and I ate that stuff for a week on tour. And the next place that we stopped, some people from Albany brought the chili to me. It was all three different kinds.
Nice.
So you're talking the actual meat sauce on the
Yes.
hot dogs or the
Yes.
chili? Right. So correct. We have three places here. And I guess everyone in upstate New York will attest to Hot Dog Charlie's,
Yes.
which is one in North Troy, New York, which is 10 minutes from Albany. Then there's Gus's Hot Dogs, which is a
Yes.
shack greasy spoon on the side street in Waterville, which is West Troy, New York.
Yes,
And then in Troy, New York, we have actual famous lunch where they make the hot dogs and the grill is right in the window when you walk by and they
I
smile.
love it. So
And
nostalgic and
so
fun, man.
yeah, and there's a lot of places around that. So I guess we'll start off with food. What kind of food are you eating on tour?
Well, we just started this tour, and today I actually just took a bite of a hot dog uh, from catering. It wasn't my favorite, but it was good. We're getting ready to do a sound check, but actually, out here, I think we have like those like fresh meals in the freezer, and we try to stay healthy. But me today in the fair setting right now, and all this stuff, I can't wait to hit the food trucks, man. I'm a foodie. I don't eat a lot of it, but I take a couple of bites of all the bad stuff I can get my hands on.
Right. And that's cool because most people are like, I'm into organic kind of things and a plant-based diet but just being honest and throwing it out there, hot dogs. So are hot dogs on your rider wherever you go?
Oh my God, there's two
Come on,
packs in
bring
there
it.
right now. What are you talking about? Yeah. Oh, you talk about the organic stuff. I love the organic family and all that. My wife
Yep.
is organic, and it's so funny. I look in the cupboard at home and the medicine cabinet. I'm like, somebody might have a little sniff and stuff, and everything is from Sprouts. It's all organic. I'm like, listen, the kids are not going to get better if you keep giving them turtle pee. You got to give them some Formula 44D, some damn NyQuil.
Mhm.
Grasshopper spit ain't going to work on the.
Thanks for having fun with us. Lajon Witherspoon, That
Yes.
Fuzzing Rock Show, 93.9 WABY. All right, so let's talk about the tour you're coming through.
Yes.
21st anniversary. Why? Of Seasons. Why did you do the 21st anniversary tour instead of 20th?
I just feel like this album is such an important milestone for us, and it's one of our. It was a very important thing. In the 21st, I think, just with everything going on in the world and the slowage and everything that stopped us, this seemed like it would be a perfect opportunity to present it in its entirety the way it should be, with everyone being able to come out properly, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And now, is there some type of personal connection with this record with you two? I mean, could we elaborate on that?
I mean, Seasons, we got to do it with Butch Walker. Yes, it's, you know what? No one's really asked that question. It was one of the last albums we recorded in Atlanta, Georgia, and I remember leaving Ruby Red Studios, which Butch Walker owned, and leaving on a tour bus and feeling like things were going to be different from that point on. And for sure, God had a plan, and things did change. We started touring more. Seasons is a very important album. I felt like we sang a lot on that album. I felt like that we were in a tight. We weren't afraid to do what we wanted to do as a band at that time in our career, if that makes sense. We,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
everyone wanted us to be, oh, you guys got to be heavy and you got to just wreck everything. It was like we've matured enough to feel like that our people, our family that have grown with us, are letting us mature as musicians, and I felt like that was a milestone in our career for us.
Yeah, excellent. And is this performing this in its entirety Sunday night? Is that how that's going down, or
Oh
just
yeah, it's
select
going.
tracks?
And no, it's going down like from the way you bought it 52,000 years ago. When you heard it, you're going to hear it like that.
Excellent,
And it's
excellent.
fun. You know, it's a fun night. And I'm looking forward to it. The last runs were great. And, you know, it's really cool to see people and folks that you've not seen since that album's come out. You know, because some of the people, you know, hey, they might not be into the other stuff, but that album was something that moved them maybe through high school or maybe through a breakup or maybe through a loss of something, and they show up to these shows and they have that shirt on from 1,000 years ago, and you're like, oh my goodness, and then they have their kids with them and their grandkids, and it's like this is something that I wanted to see a long time ago, and it's kind of manifested it, and
You
it's a
probably never thought we'd be here so many years later still doing this, right? You seem very grateful and fortunate, for where you guys are.
Absolutely, I would never take it for granted, and
Yep.
I thank the Lord every day for where we're at, and for still even being, if that's the word, relevant in this industry.
Yeah.
It's incredible just to still be able to talk to you, to still be able to get on a tour bus and tour, to perform, even though we're getting older and people get tired. But hey, guess what? It's a
Yeah.
blessing to be
Yeah.
out here and doing this, man.
I don't know if you remember, but a few years back, I'm going to say this is the last time I saw Sevendust, and my wife's a big Sevendust fan. I'm a big Clutch fan.
Well, me too.
You guys were playing like back to back on a festival called Rockin' Derby in Scotticoke, New York, with like
Yeah.
Megadeth and Shinedown and all these huge bands. You guys blew me away. It was like dust balls everywhere because you guys were in a fairgrounds. By that time you guys had gone on and Clutch had gone on, there had been like probably at least 15,000 people through the gates. So are those your favorite type, or something like, maybe Sunday night, a little bit more intimate,
Man,
1,000 people at Empire Live?
good question. I love it all. Like, Empire Live is gonna be great. Those intimate settings are always good. I like to get sweaty and get dirty, and everybody's face to face, and it's good. But then, like today, this beautiful setting here on the boardwalk in the ocean, you can't, it's great. For me, music is a healer, and if we could set up in the back of a goddamn McDonald's parking lot and bring it, we getting ready to bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent. We got
So.
plenty of McDonald's around here, man. You
So
let me know.
for me, yeah, exactly. For me, it's just like we bring it. It's they shall come when we bring it. So it's like
Yeah.
wherever we're at, when it's there, that element, that energy's together, we're gonna have a good time. If it's beside a Dipsy dumpster, you know what I
Me
mean?
and me and Fuzz both are very excited today. I showered. I put pants on. How about you, Fuzz?
I'm not wearing any panties.
Oh, Fuzz,
Oh,
can you just get right to the questions,
I
please?
love it. Hey,
All
I'm
right.
excited. We got a shower thing behind the tour bus tonight, man. So I can't wait to get off the stage, and nothing more goes on before us, and then after us is Fear of a Dead Man. So
Yeah,
I get to
very cool.
actually take a break tonight.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. There you go.
Fuzz, you got any questions for Lajon?
Yeah, Lajon, you guys have recorded I think it's 14 albums since 97, going
Wow.
back to the original one, which was the self-titled one. And your sound obviously stood the test of time, and it's quite influential
Thank
in
you.
a lot of bands that you hear. Have you noticed any changes in Sevendust sound from the self-titled to the most recent album?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We dabble in trying to do different things, and I like going down different avenues, but I don't feel like we try to stretch too far out of it. But yeah, we've done some programming, some different things, and in the past on that last album that you heard that we never kind of dove into, we always try to stay outside the box, but also kind of stay in it. I feel like if it ain't broke, why you trying to fix it? You know what I'm saying? We are Sevendust, and I think we have I don't say we have a fan base, I say we have a family, and they've supported us for a million years, and I'm so grateful for that. But we do try to evolve, and I'm sure on this next album we'll try to even step out a little more, but we still continue to keep our our sound. That's us. I mean, we can't go away from that. We can't, we can do our side projects and everybody can do their thing. And so, but when we get together as an initial sound that we have, that's been since day one, that's an incredible energy that we have.
And speaking about influences, I know that your father was probably your biggest influence in getting into music. How
I
did
had
he
this
influence you?
question too. I had that question too. Go ahead, Fuzz.
How was he such a big influence, and what other influences in the music field did you have other than Dad?
Oh, that's a good question, man. My dad, he freaks out with me. I'll be 52 October 3rd, and I still tell him, I'm like, Dad, had a band called Southern Production. They did an album in Nashville, Tennessee. It was a full double kick. Man, I still talk to his drummer that lives. He can still see Prince's house. Anyway, Charlie, he still talks to me. But I remember going to my dad's practices and seeing the keyboards, the double bass drum, my dad singing, the bass, and everything being so big and so loud and so amazing. And he trips out when I tell him, I'm like, hey man, you remember that club you guys played? You took me to sound check, and I remember going in and walking down the little steps.
How
And then
old were you, man?
I don't know, man. I mean, not even old enough to be in the club.
Right,
And I'm
right,
like,
right.
Dad, I remember those red candles that had the fingerprint. He's like, what? He's like, that was Little
Wow.
Abner's, and he'll tell me the name of the club. I'm like, I was like, it's still in my DNA, if that makes sense. Whatever he was doing at that time musically, it did something to me and it moved me, and I wanted to do it. And it's still to this day, I still remember scenes. I still remember seeing him practicing like it was yesterday. That's how incredible of an energy that he set me into this lane that I'm in now.
Wow, you said those candles with the finger. Like I was in Nashville and I was in Memphis, Tennessee last summer, and I was in a bar
Uh-huh.
watching a blues band play, and I was right on Beale Street, and
Yes.
there was some kind of candle, and I'm a music lover, and people are walking around smoking cigarettes, putting
Uh-huh.
cigarette butts out, and on that ground was Aretha Franklin's gold little music clef. And I'm like walking over,
wow.
and I'm a smoker. So I walk over
Yeah.
and I kick the cigarette. I'm like, dude, people don't even realize what they're walking over. But maybe because I was a tourist from upstate New
Right.
York, I took it
Beale
seriously.
Street. What an incredible place right
Yeah.
there, man. Just the whole history and the energy behind that. It's a movie, yeah. And us being music fans,
Yep.
just that's in us. So yeah, that's very cool story you have there, brother. I love that place, man. I go down there and I get wild.
What's up, Fuzz? What do you got? You got another one?
Do you
Buzz,
have?
where you at, man? What's in behind you? All that stuff is cool back there.
Listen, man. I bought it all. I don't play guitar I don't play a lick
here
of
we
guitar, so
go.
it's all bought and paid for. But
Before you know it, you're going to be giving them one of your guitars. They're going to be hanging on the wall back there.
Oh, I will, man. So listen, I made up
a.
me and my best buddy, Johnny Dare Radio back in Kansas. We are collectors, and years ago I made up a word called mantiquer, and I believe that's what. All right, there you go.
Yeah, mantiquer, man cave, mantiquer.
Yeah, we are mantiquers, my brother.
Yeah, like an antiques. No, that's great.
No,
Yes.
absolutely, man. So I got basically it's the guitar collection. Right here is a this is what we call the thong tree. The ladies that watch the show have donated their underpants to my thong tree.
I'm married. I
No,
can't
what?
do that. I'm married. I can't do
right
that.
I get it. I can't even look at it.
Right there, man. Yeah, absolutely. So, see, now you got me all thrown off by you telling him to give me a guitar.
Hey, anyway, I'm going to interject.
So I like the lighting too in there, man. I'm all about lights and stuff in my man cave, and I'm gonna have to, after this phone call, we're gonna have to give you a call. Are those behind glass cases or plexiglass?
No, they're just hanging.
It looks great, man. Wow, very
Thank
cool.
you, man. I appreciate that very much.
We'll have to,
All right, Fuzz, you're getting way too much attention right now, so we're going to go back to my list.
I love you,
go ahead.
Ralph.
Take it away, man. Take it away.
So I got some listener questions, and
Okay, yeah.
actually one came from my wife,
Oh.
and it's kind of serious, so we're going to kind of bring it down a little bit. Where were you on 9/11?
Oh my goodness, what a you know what?
I was in rehab. And I've been
Okay,
23 years sober since, but
Well,
I
I was
was in
gonna-
rehab when that happened.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh wow, what a blessing. So I do remember this. I remember being on tour with Drowning Pool, getting ready to head towards New York. The show got canceled. I was in my hotel room, maybe early in the morning, and I remember my father calling and waking me up and saying, "Put on the news," even though it was already on, but I couldn't see. And I focused in, and that's when everything happened. We were very, I don't know, we were close to New York, but I remember canceling the show. David Letterman, we ended up doing, I think, David Letterman, but I remember walking in the city. What's the Big Bull? Where's that at? Where's the Big Bull at?
Merrill Lynch, probably.
Yes, Merrill Lynch.
There you go.
And there was, oh my God, everyone had to have like these like masks on. No one was in the street. Dust was everywhere. And I
Yeah.
remember I took a picture of it, and I remember a man standing there with a sign saying, "We all need to be saved. We all need." Oh my God.
Wow.
And that was that. So that, I don't. You have to look that up, but I'm pretty accurate of that was all around that time.
How did it affect you in Sevendust at the time?
I mean, I could only imagine that it could have affected, like if think about the people in the Ukraine living a normal life and going about their daily life in their apartments and not expecting a freaking bomb to hit them and to try to adjust to this normal life after this happened. I kind of felt shell shocked of what was next. What world are we living in? Because you think about this. I remember talking to my grandfather before he died and looking at him and saying, "You were in World War II, but you've not seen anything like what we've gone through."
Yeah.
Since, you know what I mean? So it was a very shocking experience to me, even things that are going on in the world today, not to have to get so political, but
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yourself,
And thank you for taking us out of snot bubble laughter into that, because that was something that someone wanted to know. Here's another question from a listener from Susan in Schenectady.
Schenectady.
Yeah, Schenectady, New York. Have you ever ridden in a hot air balloon? I'm sorry. I got to do what they asked, though.
This is awesome. Guess what? I love hot air balloons.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I have, believe it or not. And what is your favorite city out of playing everywhere you play? And you don't have to say Albany, New York, because of the hot dogs.
So many. So that's very hard to say because I love so many towns and cities. New York is great. I love Albany. I can't wait to get to the chili there, and y'all bring me some chili. You know what I'm talking about.
I might have to make up a pot for Sunday.
Yeah, please. There's so many, brother. From Florida to California. Just, I love being out. I love being out in the world and to be on a platform to do music and to go to a town and people want you to be there because they're excited about seeing you, and then to experience different things that you don't get to experience because we are normal people when we're at home. So this is an experience of a lifetime for me still at this age.
Fuzz is a cat guy. I'm a dog guy. How about you for pets? We got a listener in Albany, Chris Lynch, asking about your pets.
I have dogs. We do dogs and horses and cow.
Yeah, horses. I don't have any horses, Fuzz.
Yeah, my wife, and she likes cats. We don't have any cats. My best friends just got some cat. It's a Maine Coon or something.
Yeah.
Check it out. This thing was cute and this big, and it still scared me. It's 4 months old. It's bigger than our dogs. It looks at you. I'm like, is that I don't know what that is. I don't know if I like it.
Was it hairless?
No, it's not hairless.
All right, John 5 just played in town a few weeks ago, Motley Crue, but he played a solo show here. And as we're interviewing him, just like this, his cats are jumping on the computer, and they're all these weird ass hairless cats.
He said hairless. Yeah, great. It's Halloween. I know it.
Yeah, the headless cat. Yep, only here in upstate New York.
I know those cats, man. They freak me out. My daughter wanted one because they have allergies, and it's like, Dad, that's the only way we can get one. I was like, if you want me to move out, then we could get one of those. But other than that,
always for the kids. Fuzz, go ahead. You had a question there.
Yeah, I have to do it because I do it every time I do an interview.
Go for it.
So I do these things, Lajon. They're called the Rapid Fire 5. I give you 5 questions. You answer them as quick as you possibly can. Mm-hmm. So we've done Rob Halford. We renamed it for them.
I love
we renamed it for Sebastian Bach, John 5.
Yep.
So I'm going to rename it for you because we're going to kind of, this is for you. So instead of the Rapid Fire 5, we're going to go back to the 2001 Animosity album, and we're going to call these the Crucify instead of Crucified.
Okay, I like it.
We're going to call these the Crucify. All right, are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Hold on. I'm not.
All right. So, what was the name of your first band ever?
Body and Soul.
Whoa.
What was the name? The first gig you ever played?
With Sevendust would be the Charlie Magruder's.
What about with your first band though?
Rec Room, Atlanta, Georgia.
One album you could not live without.
Ooh.
Best of Jimi Hendrix.
Your biggest rock and roll moment.
Woodstock '99, bitch. Woo!
All right. And finally, this one's the tough one. Your worst on stage oops.
Ooh.
Oh man, Machine Shop.
What?
We got Machine Shop 2 nights in a row.
Okay.
Sold out, which of course is great. We love it there. Scott Ali, Shine Down's Light Guy, our Light Guy. We have these big, well, we're not, the lighting is for like other stages, not the Machine Shop.
Yeah.
I have these incredible floodlights. I don't know, one on the left side, one on the right side. And Scott Ali lit them up. And I remember walking off the stage to the left and falling into the security guard. He picked me up and got me back up. And I was like, oh my God, that'll never happen again. One song later, went on the other side. The same light was there, fell off the stage again.
Oh, no.
But it wasn't a bad fall. You know, of course, I was able to catch myself. But
Sure.
that was something I definitely
Did
remember.
anyone catch it? Was it a time when people could catch it on camera and it goes viral online?
It's definitely on camera.
Oh, we got to look that one up.
Oh,
Just to
we
say
got that.
I've seen it. Hey, he told me about it. I got to watch it.
We have Sevendust on stage one time. I think it might have been with Creed or somewhere at a big festival, and everything went off. And I remember Morgan playing the drums, and Vinny's bass went out, and he left the stage, and I think Clint left, and Morgan was looking at me, and I'm like, I'm getting ready to go. And Morgan's like, you better not. And I could see John walking back towards the stage, and he fell backwards over the monitor.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm out. We're going. Mind you, there was only 10 people at the stadium that arena that morning.
Empire Live in Albany has a huge stage with plenty of fluorescent tape around the edge of it. You're going to be fine. We're going to make sure that Fuzz and I bring extra security so no one falls off the stage.
Thank you.
This Sunday, and this is this is like the road to this radio anniversary. Now, let me just explain. 93.9 WABY. We play 90s and 2000s rock. Fuzz and I started in radio in 1988. So
wow.
As I'm playing these songs that are new to people now from 90 to 2010, I remember actually ripping open the Sevendust and putting it in the CD player for the first time. And it was my era. So I'm excited to be here. And then I get to talk to the likes of you who will be in town with 10 years. Now, what a great band. Had them in years ago doing an acoustic set with an old station I worked for. 10 years and returned to Dust and Horizon Theory. You guys kind of handpick your own bands, or is it more of management saying that?
We pick them too. 10 years, man. We've been friends with those and family with those guys for years. I remember the first time after that first song came out, change my life and good. And we were like, oh my God, this is amazing. Who are these kids? And I remember we played a festival in Nashville, Tennessee, and we actually got to go see them on the side stage and have been friends and family ever since then, you know, even with the changes and everything that's going on, you know, we love those guys, and it's just true. And so it's really fun to be able to go out with cats like that and to pick bands that you want to, because you feel like family. And it's never, you know, we don't go out to try to beat anybody's ass, or, you know, we just want everybody to go out and have a good time. And that's what it's about. It's about for us to get get away from, we all have to pay bills. We all have issues. Yeah. We all have the kids are doing this, or we've got a douchebag at the kid that's a dipshit, and we got to deal with that. But for that 45 minutes or hour, or however long we're there, we're trying to unplug from that for a minute. And
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So this Sunday at Empire Live, and like I said, man, there's a low ticket alert. If you're listening to Wavy now, we're giving away the last pair of tickets. We're going to be giving away a meet and greet, and then today 3 to 7. If you're watching this now, it's pre-recorded, and it is where are we, Fuzz? What is it? The 12th today? Am I right?
The 12th, yep.
It's the 12th of September. You're in Ocean City, Maryland today, you said, and then tomorrow for 2 days you're going to be in Hampton Beach. That's also a cool spot. This new club that's out there.
Man, we're at the water, man. I forgot we're on the ocean this whole day. Beginning of the tour.
Be in the ocean.
I got Gary, the barbecue guy, coming out. A buddy of mine that's famous on Instagram that did what was it? That he was on one of those.
Gary, what was it? Is it Blue Dog?
Gary the barbecue. Yeah, so
is that him? Oh, I'm a big fan, man. Because I cook. I watch his stuff. Yeah, so tell him I said, "What's up?"
Oh, yes, to him. So he's coming. He's coming to hang out with me. A day after tomorrow, he's coming to cook for us again. We're excited. Me and him, we're going to talk about where he's cooking for everybody, and I can't wait. Yeah, you guys have to look at my social media. I'll tell him that you said so.
Oh,
definitely.
He'll come and cook for you. I watch it and I apply it and I throw it on the grill, and if I can't smoke it, I figure out how to do it. Yeah,
Ralph, hit him up on the DM, and today when I talk to him, I'm gonna let him know about you guys.
Excellent. Oh, this is great. We're networking with food and Sevendust, and it's great. I had a one. It's Halloween season, man, and my wife asked, "Do you got kids too? Do you really play into the Halloween if you're home and not on tour and stuff like that?"
My birthday's October 3rd.
Yeah,
I get home October 11th, and it's on and popping when I get to the house.
What was your best Halloween costume?
Wow, my best Halloween costume. Man, that's a good question. You know what? Just back in the day, I just remember the old mask that just had that funk,
Plastic
that smell
with the rubber band.
Exactly.
Yes.
Maybe the Casper the Ghost was the best one.
Yeah, man. Oh shit. Fuzz, you didn't catch that one. Fuzz, do you remember those? Do you remember the fucking plastic mask?
Yeah.
Rubber
But
band?
I'm thinking in my head now. I'm thinking in my head now.
I still, I'm a mantiquer. So there's a place in Texas
Mantiquer.
that's an old, like a haunted house like place, but they have the old masks that are really big that are plastic in the horror films. Yep. So I have the devil, I have the Wolfman, I have Dracula, but they're like this big in the box, like when we were kids. I
never saved any of those.
Oh,
how about you, Fuzz? You got any last minute questions before we move on today? I'm sure your day's a lot busier than ours.
They're calling me for sound check, but we're all right. Good.
More of a comment, I think, for Halloween. He just goes to any Halloween costume contest as Lajon from Sevendust. You'll win every one of them.
Win every fucking one of them.
They didn't even think it was Lajon, Rick James, or somebody in fucking Milli Vanilli. So
hey man, Lajon Witherspoon of Sevendust. We'll see you Sunday, September 15th at Empire Live. Thanks for hanging out with us, playing along, and thank you. And if anyone didn't know, this dude spent 40 minutes trying to make this stream happen. We only had 15 minutes. You gave us some time. Go kick ass out there in Ocean City, and I'm sure you're going to do the same this Sunday in Albany.
Love you guys. Thank you for being so pro, man. I love the show. And next time, let's make sure we do longer or have me there at the studio with you guys, for real.
Fuzz has definitely got it in recording now. He's going to be calling you.
Let's do it. Exactly. I got it. We got some talking to do. I'll see y'all Sunday, brother. Thank you very much.
All right.
Take care. Thank you so much, man.
That was one of the best ones.
That's right. That's one of the best ones, is what he said, Fuzz. Do you hear him say that? So that must mean that.
Wait, hold on a minute.
You heard what he said.
I want to make sure that I just process that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. So Lajon Witherspoon, definitely just a down-to-earth dude. So listen, I guess I'm going to have to make him some chili, dude. I mean, I don't know what to do now. It's like, man, like I don't have enough to do. As Waby, we have our first really big present show this Sunday with Sevendust 10 years, Return to Dust and Horizon Theory. It's at Empire Live in Albany this Sunday, September 15th. And there's a low ticket alert, man. And so if you're going to get tickets, you better get them now. And you can go to EmpireLiveAlbany.com, or you can actually just go to Ticketmaster.com and get them. So thanks, Fuzz. We'll see you guys Sunday night at Sevendust.
100%.